Hi everybody, welcome back to Living Even Keeled. My name is Patricia and today I'm going to show you what's inside of my daughter's shared closets. I have a 4-year-old and a 5-year-old, soon to be 6, and they share a room and they share this small closet here behind me. So I'm going to We live where there are 4 seasons. We're from California where there's basically like spring and summer. But over here in Ohio, there are 4 distinct seasons. So we don't need 4 times as many clothes. We just need to be a little bit smarter about what we buy. So like t-shirts that you would wear in the summer become a layering piece in the fall and the winter. We have lots of cardigans, leggings and tights, as well as skinny jeans that can go under dresses. And then in the warmer months, you just wear the dress on its own with some small like biker shorts underneath. My girls are close in age and also a little close in size. The gap between their sizing is getting smaller and smaller. So this is how it is now, but I imagine this time next year, there'll be a lot more shared pieces. So behind me here, we'll start going top down. At the top, we have a wire rack. It was here when we moved in. Also, the closet was painted this sort of purplish undertone gray when we moved in, so we haven't changed either of those 2 things. There was a second rack that we did remove. This room did sort of used to be a playroom, and that shelf came in handy for those reasons, but when we switched the bedrooms around, it was getting in the way, and we wanted to keep the dresser in the closet because the bedroom is pretty small. So by removing that, we had a perfect spot for this dresser. So starting at the top, you'll see 2 wood crates. Each of those are from IKEA, though you can get them many other places. In those 2 crates, I keep the off-season clothing. So right now we're winding down summer. So up here I have fall and winter. I have a puffer vest, thicker sweaters, thicker pajamas. I don't have a lot because I do try to declutter at the end of every season. But I do have some things that they can still use and that are still good. On top of the wood crates, I sort of just set a small plastic bin from Dollar Tree. I didn't have the heart to put it anywhere else because it was folded and was neatly organized. So in each of those are their long sleeve t-shirts. So they're kind of thin, good for layering, good for fall and spring. Long sleeve t-shirts are in those. And so what I'm planning to do when the time comes is take it down and insert it directly into the t-shirt drawer and kind of switch things around like that. I love to organize my drawers with bins and containers of all different shapes and sizes. In the middle section, you'll see 2 of these turquoise circle shaped containers. Those are also from Dollar Tree. I kind of have some miscellaneous stuff in there. So on the one on the left, I have some things that they might use for glow in the dark stuff. Like sometimes they want a different night light. It is sort of a catch-all, but I like having that. I think every room can benefit from that, especially if you're not completely clutter-free, but you know, like in reality, there's going to be something that you just need to put somewhere and get it off the ground. That's kind of what it's for. Also, one thing I keep in there that's really super helpful, and I think you should all keep it in your children's closet if possible, is a Sharpie, or this is a specific Sharpie brand, but it's a fabric Sharpie, so it won't wash off. I keep this here because there are so many times where I need to write their name on their outermost layer. So when they go to school, if they are going to take off their jacket, there's a potential they'll lose it, and I like to have their name on it. In addition, I have to give a shout out to Jordan Page. She has a great system. So I'm going to explain to you in brief what her system is and why I keep this laundry pin here. So I'll start with this example. So here's the pin. It's called Rub a Dub laundry marker, so it won't wash off. What I'll do is I'll write their name on their tag. And then I have a dot system. So Jordan Page has the dot system too. Your oldest child of a particular gender gets 1 dot. Your second child gets 2. Your third is 3, and so on. So I have 2 girls. So my oldest is 1 dot and my youngest is 2 dot because she's the second child. So all of my oldest child's clothes, I put 1 little dot on the things that are for her. It's hard for me to remember whose is whose, and it looks so close. Like some things when they were little, like if it's a onesie, obviously it's for my baby. But now they're getting older, it's hard to tell the difference. We're not quite to the age where we can share every single thing. So I just know if it has 1 dot, it's my oldest daughter and it goes on the right side. If it has 2 dots, it's for my second daughter, my youngest one, so she's on this side here, the left side. So when my oldest outgrows something, I don't have to scratch anything out. I can just simply hand it down and add another dot. I love this system. It's working great for all of their pants, and I've recently started doing it to some of their shirts and sweaters. Now, if you don't have a tag, don't do it because it will show through, like the marker will bleed through. But I know this is Old Navy. Old Navy also has printed on tags where there's a little bit of like a white vinyl kind of thing. That will be fine. But if it's just like Carter's, for example, they just kind of print on it, I wouldn't go ahead and do this because it will damage the shirt and you'll see the dots in the back, which may not be a big deal. If your daughters have long hair, it'll probably cover it up. But in short, we're doing the dot system and I keep the marker up here and I love it. It has really helped with the laundry routine. Now skipping down to the hanging area, you can see I kind of have things divided in half. I just hang things like dresses, jackets, and sweaters for both girls. This system is working great for now, but as the girls get longer, I imagine their dresses and things will start to touch the dresser and I'll have to rethink what I'm doing. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it because right now it's working great. I try to keep the top of the dresser somewhat clutter free. I have a table runner that I just used here because I wasn't using it on my actual table. They have a small shared jewelry box and this thrifted basket. I thrifted this a while back. In it, I keep tights. So tights are different than leggings. My husband's not totally sure about the difference, but it has the feet and the fabric is different. So we don't reach for tights very often, but when we do, they're right here on top of the dresser. Now going into the drawers, I have their shirts or anything that would go on the top half in the top drawer, again by side. Right now I have mostly all just short sleeve t-shirts. The long sleeve stuff is still packed away. In the back, in a shoe bin container, this is just a Sterilite container, I keep sleeveless things or tank tops. In the middle divider, I have 3 of these IKEA squares. They just zip up and down to collapse. Here's where I keep camisoles. One size fits both of them. So I have white ones here and black, gray, and pink in there. I have a 3rd one in the very back, but it is empty. Oh, there's a headband in there right now, but it's usually just empty, sort of like a placeholder dividing the 2 sides. In the second drawer, or the middle drawer, I keep everything that would go on the bottom half. So in those same Sterilite totes, the girls have all of their shorts. Behind the totes, they have all of their long pants. So I didn't really have space to put them up here, and I had plenty of space in the drawer. So we just pushed them to the back and brought the shorts forward. And in the next couple of months, when the seasons really do change, we'll just rotate that. Now again, I have it divided in the middle. I didn't have any more of those IKEA things, so I just used these 2 from Dollar Tree. They came with lids, but we're not using the lids. Here's where I keep sort of like legging style bottoms. So some are full length leggings, some are 3/4 length leggings, and some are small biker shorts. All of those the girls share. It's a tight enough fabric, loose, it's stretchy, and they can both fit into the same size. So I just keep that in the middle. And the very, very bottom drawer contains a couple of things: pajamas, socks, underwear, and for this season, swimwear, which will be switched out for things like scarves and beanies and mittens and warm things. So here I'm using another IKEA container. It was a pack of several different sizes, and this is the rectangle size, which is like 2 of those squares. I keep their socks in them. And right now their socks are separated, but I'm getting down to the point where I don't want to do that anymore, and I think they're going to be sharing socks very soon. We had a white set of containers at one point, same sizes, it's just white, and we keep their undies in each of these, and we do separate them. They don't share those. Without any containers behind those things, I keep the pajamas, and that is it. There are 2 sticky command hooks on either side of the dresser, and the girls hang little purses and little accessories, maybe some toys. Last year's backpacks that we still use. We use these when we travel for carry-ons, and so that's kind of where they keep those. Now, as far as big heavy coats, those are in the entryway closet. And you didn't see any shoes. Those are also in the entryway closet with the coats. Most likely, I mentioned that we'll probably use that swimsuit area for hats and mittens and stuff. Most likely that'll also go in the entryway. I like to just keep those there and I can grab them and go. So we'll see what that space gets used for. I'm sure we'll come up with something. So if you are ever curious about how my daughters share this closet, there's our system. So I hope you found something helpful or interesting in this video, and I hope you stay tuned, and I can see you all in my next one. Bye!